Hi, my name is Chelle. I'm 32 years old, and I started this group on YouTube.com called Endometriosis, but I also kind of nicknamed it Endo Sisters, because I feel like we should all stick together and help each other and try to, create a, or find a good cure for this. Basically, I had made a commitment to try to help spread the word about endometriosis and share my own experience with this disease and how it's affected my life and how I found out I had it and so on. So here we go. Started back at age 24. My biological mother found me. I was adopted, and my biological mother found me when I was 24 in November 1998, a week before Thanksgiving. And I had been already having a lot of trouble. I was having 14-day cycles back when I was like 14 on, and then when I got in college in my 20s, I started having 30-day cycles, and all the doctors, all those over a decade, were telling me, oh, it's just in your mind, nothing's wrong with you, and just tough it out. You just have it a little worse than the other women, but just tough it out and you'll be fine. And it's like, oh, it didn't seem normal to me, and I started becoming very anemic, and the anemia caused asthma. It was just a triple effect, a domino effect, one thing after another going wrong. So anyway, basically what happened was my biological mother found me, and then the week after Thanksgiving, so about a week or two after she found me, I went back to another gynecologist who did the diagnosis, found it in the exact same area initially, in the lower left ovary, that whole area, on like the sonogram that you do in the doctor's office. So then I had to start birth control pills, but in order to do that, they had to do a mammogram, a regular women's checkup. Well, it turned out I had two lumps in my left breast, so I had to get those removed, because that was the only way they could diagnose whether or not it was cancerous, and luckily it was not. It's called a fibrocystic breast, so that's what's that one issue. And then that March, so I was in college at UNT in Denton, and that so that was January. I had the surgery on the breast. Then that March I had laparoscopy. I can't remember the name of it. Laparoscopy for endometriosis, where they laser it all out, and then they had to go back again in May and take a polyp out, from the uterus. They actually put seaweed in there to try to get the uterus to open up and get the polyp out. It was really awful. And after that, they just kept putting me on Lupron shots, Depo-Provera shots. I gained 30 pounds. It was just, I was still bleeding. It was just getting really out of hand. It wasn't getting much better, because the disease, as the doctors all explained to me, had spread for so long with no diagnosis. It got so severe that it literally ate through the coating of my bladder, caused me to have interstitial cystitis, got on both my small and large intestine, and in 2003, my husband and I got engaged December 26, 2002, and that year I ended up having another, I think it was my second or third laparoscopy that year, earlier that year, and then we got engaged, and the night before our photo sessions, our engagement photo session, the doctor told me that I had 6 months to figure out if I had to get pregnant or hysterectomy, and that he wanted to tell me I had a hysterectomy, but legally he wasn't allowed to tell me because of lawsuits these days. He couldn't take the risk of a lawsuit. So it was so bad that literally it could have turned into cancer if I hadn't done the hysterectomy and gotten everything removed. So we got married July 19th in 2003, and then that December 11th, 2003, I had a total hysterectomy, including the ovaries, and the pathology report came back and showed that both ovaries and the uterus were all extremely bad. They were all literally ruined because of endometriosis. There was no way I could have gotten pregnant. It was just like I feared, But that's okay. I'm adopted, and my husband and I prayed about it and decided together that the Lord just decided for us, whenever we are ready to have children, that we're going to adopt. So got a book and researching how to go about and where to start on that adoption process, so when we are ready to do that and have children, then we'll go from there. But my message basically to all the Endo sisters is just, take it one step at a time. Take care of yourself before anything else. Don't be afraid to speak out. It is a disease. I know it's not cancer or heart disease or diabetes and like the other diseases that kill, but endometriosis, if you let it go, it can get very severe. It can turn into cancer, as I know from my own personal experience, and it does sometimes ruin a person's quality of life, or a woman's quality of life. So let it don't let it take over your whole life, even though that's easier said than done. But definitely stay on top of things. Consult with your doctor. If you feel some treatment's not working for you, tell them and get it changed. Do what makes you more comfortable, what's best for you and your body, because only you know. So let's just all stick together. I'll be glad if you would like to send me an email. I'll be glad to give you any books, emails, articles I've written, anything that might help with support for you and your family and loved ones on this issue. So just let me know. Thank y'all all for listening to this message, and I'll be back soon. Bye.